Versatile Mage. Chapter 545. News of Death. As the data was being transferred into Mo Fan's new phone, the referee asked the participants to take their positions. Bai Yulang led the way with the other two teammates into the barrier. Mo Fan slowly followed them, watching the progress bar on his phone. It was already at 90% and would be done within a minute. Mo Fan had lots of important messages on his phone. For example, the NSFW text and voice messages with Xinxia. It contained all his precious collections. On the other hand, Dongfang Lai and his teammates were already on the stage. Dongfang Lai's expression showed a slight change. Even though he still looked indifferent, he would occasionally glance in Mo Fan's direction. He and Zhou Shuming had been observing Mo Fan for quite some time. The guy had given them quite a few surprises. He initially assumed the new student would only be able to rank around 20 to 30, yet it seemed like he had begun to pose a threat to the top people on the leaderboard. It was rare to see a new student with such strength. You somehow are matched against him this time. I haven't forgotten that you said you would defeat him in 1 or 2 rounds, Zhou Shuming said mockingly. Even though the teams were assigned through drawings, the system was still prone to cheating. Zhou Shuming would only need to pull some tricks behind the scene to be teamed up with whoever he wanted. With both of them on the same team, and 2 other strong students, they were basically unbeatable. Don't worry, if no one is in the way, my fiery fist will instantly knock him out, said Dongfang Lai with a confident smile. True that, since your innate talent is a rank higher than his double innate elements, agreed Zhou Shuming. Dongfang Lai's innate talent, Mutated Fire Stars, was ranked 4th on the leaderboard. It made his fire spells a tier higher. Bai Yulang said softly to his teammates. As one of the top students in the school, he was all too familiar with Dongfang Lai's strength. The guy was not only terrifying because of his cultivation, but his shocking innate talent. Any fire spell he cast would be a tier higher than its actual grade. In other words, if Dongfang Lai's current cultivation was at the 3rd intermediate level, his fiery fist would be level 4 instead. Even Mo Fan was surprised by Lai's innate talent. He had strengthened 29 of his fire stars, only 20 were left for him to cast the 4th tier fiery fist, but Dongfang Lai did not even need any soul essence to strengthen his stars. As long as his cultivation was at the 3rd level, his innate talent would simply improve the spell to the 4th level. The 3rd tier fiery fist was already strong enough to crush any other spells from the same level, let alone the 4th tier. It was likely that no defensive equipment would be able to resist it. His wind element is quite normal, but don't let him cast fiery fist at all costs, or else we will simply lose the match, emphasized Bai Yulang. I'll keep an eye on him. Mo Fan, the combination of your lightning and fire won't be any weaker than Dongfang Lai's spell, but he only needs to complete a star pattern to destroy our team, so, what's that thing on your shoulder? Bai Yulang was just about to go over his plan when he discovered a sudden flame rising on Mo Fan's shoulder. It looked like a burning ball at first, but as he took a closer look, he realized it was an adorable little fire creature. Oh, it's my contracted beast, Little Flame Bell, who gave you permission to come out here? Mo Fan speechlessly grabbed the little flame bell off his shoulder, like he was going to smack her ass. The little flame bell looked extremely wronged. She was, obviously telling Mo Fan, I want to help Daddy fight your strong opponents. Since it's your contract summoning, it's fine to let her out first, but, is your contract summoning not grown yet? Said Bai Yulang. She's in the youth stage, said Mo Fan. Youth stage? Is she here for show? Bai Yulang asked speechlessly. Although none of them were summoners, they did learn about the summoning element in their classes. What could a contracted beast in the youth stage possibly do? I think you should summon your Swift Star Wolf instead. It's fine, I can summon the Swift Star Wolf with a basic spell, but I need to draw a star pattern to summon this girl, so it's better to let her out first, said Mo Fan. Mo Fan immediately realized that he was talking nonsense. The flame bell could simply come out from her contracted space without relying on the star pattern. The rules only allowed summoners to have one summoned beast out before the match started. If they planned to summon more, they would have to find the time once the referee declared the start of the battle. That sounds right, but try to summon the wolf as soon as possible to pin down our opponents, since if we let Dongfang Lai attack us, we are screwed. Captain, you've mentioned it more than 10 times. Damn you, better safe than sorry. Mo Fan scanned the crowd. Now that the fog had cleared, he could see lots of familiar faces around him. Mu Nujiao, whom he was planning to keep as his mistress, was here, Tutu sitting beside her. It seemed like her brother had gone back to the army. The good student Ding Yumian was here too, with the tomboy Huang Xingli beside her, while the guy who self-claimed to be handsome was nearby too. He was still bothering Ding Yumian, like usual. Zhao Manyan was here too, sitting fairly close to the stage. The guy had been gone for quite some time. Mo Fan almost forgot what he looked like. More shockingly, he did not have a new girlfriend sitting beside him. The guy whose bow tie he threw away was here too. Mo Fan completely forgot what his name was. He was obviously on the same side as Zhou Shuming and Dongfang Lai, looking forward to seeing Mo Fan lose with a cold grin. His old friends Shen Mingxiao and Fatty Luo Song were here, too. Those two had been fairly close with one another after coming to the main campus. Not sure if something beyond friendship had happened between them when they were running away from the ruined city. Even though his first wife had put her life at stake and used the ice crystal bow to save their worthless asses, they were still quite hostile toward him. Unfortunately, his strength had greatly surpassed theirs, so they would seldom appear in front of him. Prepare for battle. The data transmission finished right as the referee spoke. Mo Fan glanced at the main referee and saw that he was still clearing his thoughts. He quickly glanced at his phone when the messages popped up. Mo Fan was only going to take a quick look and threw the phone to Tutu. However, the first message that popped up on the screen happened to be related to Zhang Xiaoho. Did Haozi get promoted again, making it look so serious? Mumbled Mo Fan to himself. As he opened the message, he heard the referee snapping at him, telling him to put the phone away. However, as he opened the message, the single line of words caused him to tremble as if he was struck by lightning. His eyes went totally blank, as if he had just lost his soul. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.